Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Let's see which zodiac sign is due for the next reading. Who needs to be read the most? We've got Virgo energy. I was getting that yesterday actually a little bit. So it's good that you guys came out today. Let's dive in. Virgo people and placements. Most important vital messages for our Virgos. Virgo's most important vital message. Thank you. Tobacco, interesting. Maybe like ancestral veneration could be relevant here. Interesting. Kind of in a rest period now, spending more time at home, especially the holidays, I'm sure. It is the weekend right now. Okay, let's see. Purification, connecting to the spirits of ancestors and respect. Feed your ancestors. So leaving offerings for them on an altar with their items or pictures or just ideas. Raise the sacred smoke to them, for they are hungry to connect, right? There could be like unfinished business. There could be spirits around you, right? Yeah, this could be a parental figure, a father, perhaps, a mother. Your higher self chose this card because it's a request from the ancestors or spirits with whom you're most comfortable to approach some of the people in your life with more respect and humility. Offering tobacco is a sign of respect and connection for the ancestors in many cultures. Maybe you're fasting as well. Perhaps it's been heard about most in Native American traditions, but it's also a common practice for many people from Africa, South America, the Caribbean, southern United States, all around the world, really. When you greet the spirits that support your path, remember they see things that you cannot, and they make space for where you have faced walls. They can lift you up and carry you over difficult terrain, and they know answers to important questions that you haven't even thought of. So if you are feeling blocked, there could be something like a karma that needs to resolve or some understanding. There are people in your life who also have value and can fill the blanks with a new perspective that you might have not considered. So opening up wide, especially with the South Node about to move through Virgo in 2026 and 2025, sorry. And the South Node, or K2, rules ghosts. It rules letting go of things, seeing the truth of matters, right? And that's what all Virgos will be facing, all Virgo placements and whatever for the next year, definitely. So these are lunar points, eclipse points, right? What your situation requires is an open mind and to acknowledge limited knowledge or understanding of the situation, which makes sense because K2 or the South Node is not logical mind. It's more like intuitive knowing. It's gnosis. It's like vibes. It's feelings. It's understanding something from without a book, without things like that. Yeah, this could be regarding like your connections, your liquid connections, like finances, like acquaintances, like organizations that you're a part of as well. Let's dive into a little quick tarot reading for our gorgeous Virgo people and placements. Virgos, most illuminating messages, please. Yeah, this temperance coming out right out the gate. Santa there, right? He's alchemizing time. He's kind of weighing things. He's not too much, not too little. Balancing things, alchemizing things into a more positive manifestation. Taking the venom and turning it to a cure. Virgo. Because we can't make a cure without venom, right? We can't gain spiritual enlightenment without difficulties, right? People who don't have challenges, they never have to dig deep or whatever, right? So this could be something about like maybe if you feel like you're not moving as quickly as you want to be, or that there's some kind of change in your family or some kind of change in your real estate, that could be a part of this. Anything else for, yeah, we keep seeing this. I keep seeing this card in your readings for the last like 6 months. So there's definitely some kind of focus big on like introducing more happiness in your life. You can see the sun coming out of the difficulties behind the cold peaks of the mountain, right? Rising above, having joyful contentedness and happiness and joy with all the people around you in your community in your life, because these people probably came to your life through past life karmas, right? So there's some kind of karmic debt perhaps that needs to be paid, or something that needs to be worked through. Some things are just unavoidable in our charts, right? So let's see your most important advice. Yeah, you could be processing some physical pain though at this time. Virgo's most important. And a lot of K2 or South Node ruled like health issues will not be diagnosable. These are spiritual, Reiki, energetic, prana, chi type related illnesses usually, right? So there's been a lack of properly like maybe caring for your own emotions, which means you had a lack of connection with others emotionally. I feel like I'm speaking more to a masculine. Coldness, yeah. Lack of emotional intelligence here, lack of control, merciless, shifty in dealings. So most important advice, please, to guide them. There's always another way to do something. So if you feel like you're banging your head against a wall or repeating something or doing something the hardest way possible, maybe try to see if there's a different perspective there. Definitely burden, responsibility, stress, blockages, lost faith, frustration, excessive pressure. Yeah. Yeah. There's a need to also focus, like not spread your energy thin among so many things, and really start to ground that energy down. We only have Saturn really that's direct right now. We are in a Capricorn season ruled by that Saturn. Saturn means slowness. It means completely stopping. It cuts things out that are a waste of our energy, right? So kind of getting more organized on what you're actually going to focus on could be relevant as well. But let's grab you guys some deeper messages for our Virgos. Virgo people in placements, please. Virgo's energy, most important vital messages. Holy cow. You are a survivor. How are you still thriving? Beautiful. So you are kind of, paying off karmic debts and elevating. Choose who deserves to be in your life. This was in the reverse. So maybe this is about actually willing more people to be in your life, perhaps. Like this could be like, people that are destined to join our lives. So just be cognizant of that. That could be happening. Thinking deeply of you. Interesting. This could be somebody around you. This could be you thinking deeply about something. Okay. Virgos. Anything else for our Virgo people in placements, please? Virgo energies, most important. Virgos can be known to be like the nuns, right? The kind of purity is, that they seek usually to aim for. It can lead them to the level of spiritual mastery. Make sure you are in receiving energy, being open to things, right? That's why the sun energy, the sun represents like the kind of the leaders of our society, but they're not leading in an egotistical way. They're leading in a way that's joyous and generous and graceful, right? And to have that, they also have to understand the universe is a kind place so that they can continuously fill their own cup and give, right? So this is about you being in that receptive energy to fill your own cup up first, especially emotionally, and then being able to enter the world with that kind of overflowing abundance, right? I feel like if you've been a little triggered by people around you, don't take it personally as well. They could have different beliefs or something that you might like want to reflect upon, perhaps. This could also be something about your spending, like make sure you're not overspending, make sure that you are having budgeting in place so that things aren't like stressing you out. Or maybe this is about underspending as well. Yeah, maybe there's just a need to like travel more, open your mind more, even if you're not physically traveling, like books, podcasts. I suggest like it's called Beer Biceps. He makes great like spiritual based podcasts. You can search that up if you'd like. He talks to different practitioners. So, but anyways, let's grab you guys some advice. I feel like I'm gonna use the. Oh Lord, they really wanted these to be used, huh? Okay. Virgos, most important vital messages to guide Virgos. Thank you. Wow, take the lead, 58. Beautiful. So working on your heart chakra, our solar plexus, sacral could be relevant too, just because the color is on this card. Yeah, the bird just flew by my window to confirm. But take as you will. 58. Yeah, just even learning about chakras could be helpful, right? Like unblocking energies or dealing with any kind of energetic emotional issues that might be blocking certain like health centers, or it might be impacting your health, psychosomatic illnesses, right? Maybe getting like a holistic like practitioner, like Ayurvedic medicine. Whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you may have found yourself suddenly called to step up to the forefront of your life. Stag Spirit is a reminder that now is the time to heed the call to be sure, strong, and compassionate. Others look to you, and you have it within you to see through the eyes of Stag Spirit and walk with confidence as you take on responsibilities that are yours now, and model integrity in all you do and in all your relationships. Be willing to see the best in others so that so maybe like building a more strong spiritual foundation, like morals, or like understanding about like what is the integrity, what governs your life, why are you here, what is your karmic purpose, why did you reincarnate, could be relevant, your dharma, right? Be willing to see the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Yeah, don't try to see the worst. A lot of Virgos, and that's why you always want to move towards your opposite zodiac sign. Like if you're a Libra, you want to move towards Aries traits. If you're an Aries, you want to move towards Libra traits. Your opposite is Pisces. So Pisces is that kind of compassionate, that very sees the highest perspective possible, right? Is very spiritually attuned, right? So, and we do have the Pisces North Node coming into effect next year, which means the North Node will really be pushing that focus for everybody on everything that Pisces rules, the subconscious, manifestation, imagination, spirits, different realms of existence, different frequencies, things that we can't perceive with the physical and tangible, but we can perceive with the mind, with the emotions, with the vibes, right? So ghosts as well, right? Stag Spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. So don't beat yourself up if you're not used to these, like, like especially like I have a Libra rising, for example, and embracing Aries traits. Even though I have like I think Saturn in Aries, but Saturn can really like push down something, right? That's what Saturn does. So whatever zodiac sign you have Saturn in can remove those traits for the earlier part of your life. And Aries is putting yourself first. And a lot of Libras can grow up in energies where they have like controlling people around them that they always have to please for their own survival, right? So when you become older, you need to go towards your actual strength and balance yourself out, which means, Libra will have to come to face the facts. At some points, it needs to be the leader. It cannot only be the diplomatic mediator, right? So you can't find an equal ground with somebody that wants to kill you, for example, in a war. Sometimes, So even though peace is definitely always what we're aiming for, if that's not going to happen, it's either them or me, right? So, and the same thing with you guys. Your opposite sign would be Pisces, so psychic abilities. So a lot of Pisces are psychics, right? So leaning more into those outlets to expand and learn from will be definitely beneficial. It'll help you see that higher perspective, because Pisces is the 12th sign, so it's way more evolved than Virgo at the 6th, right? If you see it that way, like a circle, every sign that precedes the next one is an evolution of it, right? We have so anyways, I won't go into that too deep, but okay. You are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that spirit supports you. And so that strength comes from working on who you are, your sun placement, understanding yourself so that you can, really shine like the sun. The sun doesn't need validation, but it also doesn't try to hurt everyone in its path. It's a growing force. It helps humanity grow, right? It helps we need the heat, but we don't need the fire in a way, right? Let's see. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others so they may grow and discover their best selves too, right? That's what makes the sun such a good leader, like compared to like somebody who's trying to restrict the freedom or control of others, which is like Capricorn, which is an earth sign, which can also rule that kind of leader, but maybe it's more like restrictive or controlling or enslaving, right? So let's see. What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. Beautiful. Great. And this could be about your career, and this is like actually what you need to work on. There was always enough on the bottom of the deck with koi fish here. So, there's that saying that says if you put a goldfish in a koi pond, it expands, it grows, because you basically changed its environment from a tiny little perspective of a fishbowl to a giant pond, right? So now it's got room to grow, and it turns into a koi fish, which is from a tiny goldfish to a large fish, right? So something about that could definitely be relevant here, but I think we'll pull one last time for here from Virgos. Virgo's last messages. Virgo's last message. Oh, Lord, that was a lot. Just put a few of those back. We did see something about traveling here, right? So Virgos. Maybe you're planning trips, Virgos. I don't know. Maybe you have planets in your ninth house right now. I'm not sure what your rising sign is. You can find that even without your birth time by looking retroactively at the previous month's aspects and seeing which of the 12 most affected you. Because I believe the rising sign, and this is proven, is also changed by where you live, right? So if you were born at like 10 a.m. in New York, and you moved to LA, what's the time in LA at the same moment, right? Astrocartography. So anything else, please? Let's see what we've got. This is about you maybe even being more open about your plans or working together so people can come join you and help you work on something as well. This is more about you understanding your value. You have to understand who you are if you want to be a leader, right? You can't be a leader and shine this bright, joyous light if you don't have any freaking clue on who you are. I mean, sometimes it's not a logical understanding, but still. Valuing and understanding the principles that you stand on, right? Don't be naive thinking you're immune to negative people or energy. So it's kind of giving similar energy to Gemini, which I just did, which they were also about less negativity, be careful of what you consume. And you guys are both ruled by Mercury, right? So maybe there's something going on with the Gemini, Jupiter, Gemini, which is really allowing us to reconsider our beliefs regarding the friends we keep close, which is what Gemini rules, our coworkers, how we communicate, commerce, anything to do with that, right? So let's see what else we've got. Dantalion, I don't know. I guess that's about it. You might want to look up the spirits Dantalion for themes related to this reading. That's a demon. Most likely don't. Demon is just a negative entity, so always make sure that you're in high vibrations, of course. But any last messages for our Virgos, Virgo people and placements, Virgo energy? Virgo's most important vital piece of advice to guide Virgos towards success and abundance. Maypole, interesting. I can see them all dancing around together, having a good time with other people. Celebration. I am fertile in what I seed, for there is reason to dance and drink on the riches I receive. Interesting. There was something about being receptive, right? So allowing yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor so that you are reinvigorated and happy and you can continue to go after whatever you desire and have power in that, right? So don't wait for happiness to find you. You can choose to be happy right now at this moment. Sing, dance, spend time with loved ones. Dancing is great for chakras and moving that energy through the body, right? And they used to, and this is part of long life. When you feel happy, when your chakras are alive, you live longer, you live happier, you live healthier. Spend time with loved ones and celebrate just because you're alive and you can. Focus on enjoying life and doing what gives warmth to your soul. Enjoying life, right? Because when we enjoy things, we attract things towards us. The situation you're inspired about is still developing. No amount of worry or stress fixes circumstances, but you might find yourself with a sudden spark of inspiration once you allow your doubts to fall away. Solutions can come in most unexpected ways, and often do so when you give your fears to the universe. You can go out and play. The universe takes pride in your willingness. Somebody could be going on like a picnic here. That's so funny. These cards are beside each other. Huh. The universe takes pride in your willingness to trust in its power and move mountains on your behalf. You will be rewarded for this trust. I was saying something about like spiritually connecting and more spiritual growth, understanding who do you see as a deity? Do you have a connection with that deity, right? That could be based on your birth chart as well, like nakshatras or the kind of gods associated with the nakshatras in your own chart. You can find that on Google by searching Astro Seek Sidereal Vedic Birth Chart using the whole sign house system and scrolling to the bottom, of course, for your nakshatras. You will be rewarded for this trust, and all will be well. And also just go with your gut. Your gut tells you a lot, right? Do not think you must obsess over your circumstances to overcome them, and nor must you spend every waking thought of your intentions to manifest them. Actually, when you do that, and this is kind of a challenge of those ruled by Mercury because they think so much, you push things away because you let doubt. You don't have trust, you don't have faith, right? That's why Jupiter is kind of the next, it's more evolved than Mercury a little bit because it's more about really understanding knowledge, integrating the wisdom, whereas Mercury is more about just gathering facts, gathering details, but not really understanding how to apply it, right? At times. Those are just general concepts. If you have a different opinion, that's okay. Sorry. Let the universe know what you need, then go and allow yourself to embrace the joys of living. Yeah, that trust, that innate kind of, I'm already in power. I know that everything that is karmically destined for me will occur for me. I am supported by the spirits around me. My ancestors are also supporting me. If you have blood in your veins, you've got ancestors connected to you, right? So, and these, even if they reincarnate, they're still their forms. They're still their energy that can help. And some, not all of them reincarnate right away too, as well. So. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this little short reading. Please take care of yourself. I'd appreciate it if you hit like, comment, share, subscribe. Maybe not comment. Whatever you call that, disallowed it. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you want to leave a tip, you can do so through the Buy Me a Coffee link, and you can get a personal by messaging me on Telegram. Good luck. Take care.